NFL playoffs. This will be fielded at the 6. Return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Texans for their first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Johnson on the counter. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just start out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Really talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jalen Ferguson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Throwing on third down, Watson. Complete, it's Johnson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. No gain there on the throwing on 2nd down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That's Ronnie Stanley, former top 10 pick from Notre Dame. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play. That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Faking the give. Now Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Watson looks to throw again. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Jones has it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. To the air yet again, Watson. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Inside the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's and now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he's got his target. That's more. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Jackson now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Jackson to throw. Snead's got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's got Snead. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead as the first half is winding down, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So it's up. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 73 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's Watson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
This is Edwards. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, they go to Edwards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Here's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's got Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him, and this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Moore there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself.
Jackson's pass complete to Chris Moore. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson, he gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They run once more with Edwards. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw is Watson. Complete to Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw, Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
I'm going back to you.
To Johnson again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
That's good for 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Watson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Ready? Tight end left. Tight end left. Hey! Hey, we are...
They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Now it's Edwards. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. It's caught. Jones. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, Line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Fights off the defender. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Jackson now. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. On 1st down, Edwards. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now Jackson on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Edwards. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Edwards. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game.